Guinea is sailing.
We're even moving with the speed. Yesterday we also did like some sailing. We opened with sails and technically we're moving, but like with no speed at all.
One of the cool places I wanted to see was a concrete ship in Szczecin. This fascinating relic is actually the remains of a Nazi-era ship called Betonowitz. During the World War II, the materials like steel were short supply, and Germans experimenting with building ships out of reinforced concrete. What's really interesting is how it met its fate. The ship was intentionally sunk to block access to the port during the final days of the war. Now it is partly submerged into water.
It's a tanker, so it has an inner hull as well as an outer hull. So from here you can see the lovely lake it is now beached in. And I think this is towards the back of the ship. And on the side there is a ladder. A very sketchy ladder, and down there is Guinea just relaxing in the boat. And here you can look into the inner hull of the ship. It doesn't really seem to be picking up much detail now. But yeah, I guess you can walk around, see the steel beams and the concrete construction. All fairly interesting. Proper ships going by back there. So the superstructure seems to be not that thick. You might expect more thicker concrete, but this is, I don't know, 10 centimeters maybe. Probably less. See the bulkheads, and there are a lot of birds from what I hear nesting inside the ship. But yeah. And back there you can see the other ships going by. This is on the Oder River on the Polish side. So the Nazis apparently built this concrete ship because they did not have enough material for normal ships. You needed that for the tanks probably, so they built the ship out of concrete. I think it was kind of a prototype, and I think they finished it late 44, and I think they got bombed or something and they decided to beach it, and that was the end of it. I mean, it never really did anything. It was supposed to transport gasoline, diesel, whatever, I don't know, oil. That's probably where the superstructure set. So maybe crew cabins down here or whatever. Maybe it was another hole. No, wait, there's a door there. So, and this is probably the storage space. Whatever they wanted to transport with it. Right, let's head back to the front of the boat. Careful not to step on any of these big holes in the ground. But it seems to be in fine shape considering it was, I mean, obviously the superstructure is gone, but the concrete hull itself seems to be okay mostly, except for the front. Considering it's, 60, 70, 80 years old or whatever.
Bart is filming the Nazi warship with my cell phone, and when the drone was over the water, the drone said that the account is not logged in and did not want to fly further, but also did not want to fly back, as it said the home point.
50 meters.
The
Yeah,
home
the home point was 100 meters into the water, and it decided that it wants to land on the water unless we log in the account.
And it was the final countdown.
So many algae inside. Yeah, that's the Becton, I suppose. And in this cafe we found pears, and in this cafe we found pears made of concrete pears as well, and also a concrete apple.
Everything's made of concrete and Szczecin. The apples.
Ships, apple.
I will find even more objects made of concrete.